I'm Callie Copeman-Bryant. I'm a clinical hypnotherapist and I specialise in fertility, pregnancy and birth, and in particular the HypnoBirthing programme. I trained in 2007 and since then I've taught between 600 and 700 people. I'm also a birth doula, so I actually go into people's births with them, so I see how it works actually on the day itself. So the purpose of the HypnoBirthing course is to help women have a more comfortable birth, and really to make the birth experience better, whatever that birth is. So for some women, that's going to be pain-free birth. For other women, it's just going to be a better birth experience, and they're going to feel like they're more in control and they're more empowered with the experience. I teach people that they could be first-time mums who are particularly nervous of birth. They could have had previous birth trauma. They could have special circumstances, so perhaps they've had caesarean sections in the past, or perhaps they've got medical conditions that they need to have a particularly calm and easy birth, or they can't have certain types of medications. And I think what I do can benefit pretty much everybody who's having a baby, whether it's natural birth. I also do caesarean section preparation as well. So the idea with the program that I teach, with the HypnoBirthing program, is it's based on something called the fear, tension, pain cycle. We know that when women are in labour, if they release stress hormones, so if they're anxious or tense at all, and they start to release particularly adrenaline, that interferes with the hormones that they need to release for labour, a hormone called oxytocin. And if you release any sort of adrenaline or cortisol or any stress hormones like that, that reduces the amount of oxytocin you release. And so your labour becomes less efficient, it becomes longer, but also it keeps the muscles in the uterus tense. So that muscle is working against itself, and that leads to lactic acid build-up, which leads to pain. And then people's response to pain is to tense even more and get even more stressed. So the cycle just continues. So I think it can benefit, like I said, it can benefit anybody. It might be that people are looking for a very, very comfortable birth. It might be that people are looking for an easier birth. Whatever birth you have, it's going to make it a better one. I can certainly tell you how, where your fears might be coming from, how to avoid those triggers that are going to set off adrenaline. Subconsciously, there are lots of things in the birth environment that can encourage you to release adrenaline, and I can help you pinpoint what those are, and so prepare for your birth in a particular way that will help you to minimise that effect. And also in the antenatal period, to help you point you in the right direction for resources that you can prepare yourself. So whether it's classes, whether it's books, self-hypnosis, recordings, anything like that. So really from the antenatal period onwards, and also then putting birth preferences into place to communicate with the people around you what you're doing and how they can help you. Women are so frightened of birth, and they approach their birth as something to be endured. They enjoy their pregnancy and they like the idea of having a baby, but the due date is like something to be feared, something to be avoided. And birth, when it goes well, is the best thing in the world, and it's the most empowering. It changes women's attitudes about themselves, about everything, and they really, really do enjoy birth when it goes well. So I think it's amazing to see women's lives change and to be part of that, and to give them those techniques that they can use for themselves. So it's not about what I do for them, it's allowing them to go and do it themselves and have that feeling, that great feeling that goes with it.